Hi, welcome to Candy Reviews channel. Please subscribe my channel and share my video your friends. So let's start this video. Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro 16GB, 2x8GB, DDR4 3200MHz C16 LED Desktop Memory Black. Launch of lighting solutions for the PC products and markets. This trend has spread like a pandemic, and this fever is what majority of PC enthusiasts love today, albeit a few advocating the other way around. It is about time that Corsair has released their addressable RGB lighting-enabled DDR4 kits called Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro Review. Their previous lighting solutions on the memory were based on non-digital RGB. The Vengeance RGB Pros are their premium digital RGB lighting kits with high performance. Our review sample is using Samsung B die, and DDR4 kits with these chips are reportedly scaling better with the Ryzen CPUs. Recently, we have set up our AMD platform-based test bench configuration, with the idea of testing the incoming products for the review on both Intel and AMD platform, to make our contents more effective, and to cover both sides. AMD was kind enough to jump in and provided us with their consumer-leading chip Ryzen 7 2700X. Other manufacturers like Asus and Antec joined us and provided with their products for this test bench. Corsair was kind enough to sponsor us with their premium Vengeance Pro RGB kit, and today I will be taking a look at this kit, and will be testing it on our AMD test bench, to see what it has to offer to the user. If you are particularly interested in how to change the individual LED zones on the Vengeance RGB Pro, then multicolor option under custom is the option you are looking for. You will see LED number from 1 to 10, and each number has its own box below. The user can select any color from the color palette or define one using hex code or combination, etc. User convenience and flexibility is written all over the IQ options. The timings options will show the loaded timings on the memory. Clicking at the settings menu will show the memory-related setting on the top, and software-related settings at the bottom. This is where the brightness can be controlled of the memory. I wish they have also provided the brightness control under the lighting tab. The firmware of the memory is also shown. The software asked me to update the firmware version, but I did not update the firmware for my own reason. The general settings will let the user change the temperature reporting unit, restart the IQ service, enable debug logging, enable disable startup at Windows login, check for the software update, etc. Sensor logging will allow you to select the sensors which you want to monitor the telemetry of. I am particularly showing the sensor options of both modules in the select. OSD allows the user to enable the selected parameters to be displayed in the OSD. All in all, the Corsair IQ is one heck of a complete software that gives the user total control over the connected Corsair devices, and to color coordinate and sync the lighting effects on multiple Corsair devices. The Corsair has ventured into a digital RGB lighting solution on their ever-popular DDR4 memories, and has launched the Dominator Platinum RGB kits, and the Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro Review. Both types are high-performance kits with vivid, fluid and amazing lighting solution. We have taken a spin on their Vengeance RGB Pro 16GB kit, as Corsair was kind enough to sponsor our AMD test bench, which we have recently set up with the help of AMD, Asus, Corsair, and Antec. Our future contents will have test results from both platforms, Intel and AMD. The Vengeance RGB Pro are available in multiple of 8GB modules starting from 16GB, and going as high as 128GB, featuring the tested speeds of 2666 MHz minimum on any kit, and going all the way up to mouth-watering 4700 MHz speeds. These kits feature the Intel XMP 2.0, and have a 288-pin layout for the DDR4 type memory. SPD speed on our sample is 2133 MHz with SPD timing of 15 to 36. Tested speed on the kit is 3200 MHz, PC4 to 25600, with tested timing of 16 to 18 to 36 at 1.350 volts. The Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro comes in two colors, white and black. I have tested the black color. Our review sample is using Samsung B dies, which makes them offer utmost performance. The package is standard monolithic 78-ball FPGA. Die density is 8GB B die, 20 nm, with a composition of 1024 MX8, 64 MBX8 X16 banks. These kits have black color PCB, with X on both sides, indicating that standard PCB is being used for all capacities. Our kit is a single-sided one. It has 4 Samsung chips, each of 1GB on the left side of the PCB, and same 4 chips on the right side. As is the case with the DDR4s, there is no chip in the center of the PCB. There is a single thin thermal pad running on the entire length of the heat spreader on the non-populated side, whereas the populated side has cut-to-size thermal pads on each chip. The ICs are handpicked and monitored to ensure better performance with extended stable overclocking. Corsair is not exclusively using Samsung chips on these kits, hence your kit could have other manufacturers' chips as well. The dimension of a module is 142x45x7mm, LXHXW. The total height of a module is 50 mm, including the 288-pin connector. It is 45 mm without the exposed PCB and connector. You would need to keep in mind the height of a module with respect to the CPU cooler, as there is no point if the RGB-enabled modules are blocked or hidden under the cooler. The heat spreaders carry a bold yet pleasant design. They are made of anodized aluminum. The heat spreaders are not covering the entire length of the PCB. There is a translucent diffuser on the top which runs across the entire length of the PCB. The first distinct feature of this diffuser is the layered design, as it is 5-layered design to it, which looks that good in person. The middle portion is recessed as compared to the left and the right sides. On the exterior ends, the diffuser has a sharp angular design which is covered by the heat spreader. This is the only area on the top where the heat spreader can be seen. Corsair has given maximum exposure to the lighting, and surprisingly, there is no Corsair branding on the diffuser from any side. All that you would get from the top is fluid lighting. These kits have inbuilt thermal sensors, which is too good a decision on the Corsair. The manufacturer of these sensors is Seiko Instruments. The model of the sensor is S34T04A, which is enabled by default. Its temperature accuracy is rated at B grade, with temperature resolution of 0.2500 degrees centigrade, 10-bit ADC. It has support for negative measurements and interrupt capability. There are 10 RGB LED zones under the diffuser, which can be controlled individually using the Corsair IQ software. The heat spreader on both sides has perforations on the top facing opposite to each other. Lighting comes out of these perforations as well. Speaking of the RGB lighting effect, these kits pack stunning and vivid lighting effects with fluid and even flow of light. I would give the Corsair a credit as they pack 10 RGB LEDs in such a small size area, which has enabled them to give user a truly visual experience that speaks for itself, and is not easily influenced from the light coming from the surrounding areas, as this was my keen observation when I reviewed the D41 kit from Adata. Least to say I am impressed with the lighting solution on the Vengeance RGB Pro. This is what I would expect from Corsair to deliver. IQ allows the users to color coordinate and sync the RGB devices from the Corsair at a single interface. It provides a plethora of lighting modes that the user can use. IQ can be used to monitor the thermal sensor reading right from memory. Definitely a great feature. Thanks, Corsair, for thinking of this. At present, EasyTech is selling Vengeance RGB kits. With RAM prices coming down, this price is a damn killer deal, enabling the user to experience the truly immersive lighting of 3200 MHz using CL16. In terms of performance, I was able to push this kit to 3466 MHz using COS14 at 1.380 volts. I am sure this kit could do much better, as I was struck with maximum supported frequency on the AMD Ryzen platform.